Alright, I'm testing a test right now. So, and also, yeah, I don't know if anyone else was going live, so I'm stranded here. So I just thought, fucking, I'm live. Alright, let me see. I'm trying to see the text to speech on StreamYard. If anyone could say any words or anything. Oh, so, okay. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I think it's playing on my phone audio. Let me see something. How's my audio if I do this? Alright, I'm doing a test. I changed to Bluetooth. How do I sound? Am I echoing or anything like that? Yeah. Oh, you're you did the quotes, the Confucius quotes. Just forgot. Yeah, if my audio is good, I mean, I'm just gonna assume it is because no one said anything. Yeah. I'm just gonna kind of keep this live. This isn't really gonna go anywhere. The mic is kind of bad. Oh, oh wait, hold on. I'm trying to clarify. Like, do I sound bad or does a text to speech sound bad? Because a text to speech is sped up in a certain way and it's supposed to. So I kind of just need clarification on that. On my mic, okay. So I think what I gotta do is change. I think all right, I'm gonna. All right. So how do I sound right now? Does it sound better? All right. Um, that's good. I'm actually gonna put a link out. Put in the link out, and then I'm gonna pin the link. Hold on, I'm gonna pin the link. No, I had to go out. I had to go out for a bit. Do something. I should be back now. I have no idea, but like it's really just kind of part of something just like not adding up. But yeah, I just kind of don't want to make that my focus, but at the same time, you know, I did kind of want to speak on it for a bit. Yeah, yeah, that is what it looks like. I agree. Yeah, it's kind of like I'm not like with the side stuff, but I definitely gotta say, yeah, but yeah, but I definitely gotta say, like, I'm definitely not on that side. Um, and stuff like that's going on. Yeah, I'm just here. I was speaking on something, but I was here. I'm just here. That's definitely true. Yeah, it looks like I got about kind of ballpark it because I'm going through a time zone. But about 7 hours of driving. Damn. 7 hours ahead of me. Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to get into anything like that. Yeah, it's a lot of crazy stuff going on. I don't even know. Yeah, and actually, I have a question. I kind of don't know what the status on this is, but is OPP out of jail? Does anyone have any update about OPP being released? Okay, but they're still in jail. I guess it's been a while though now. Yeah, it's more old catchers. I mean, that do like a legitimate good job and everything. You know, you can't really say that like in general. Yeah, I want to say old catchers because yeah, yeah, I heard a lot of good things. Oh, whoops. I get a button. Can you hear me now? I mean, I don't know, just doing everything you can to get the Preds charged and do it the right way in a way that will last a long time. I say that's a good job. Yeah, I think we can. Yeah, I think we can kind of like put the other topic to rest. I mean, I don't want that to distract from uh. my topic. It's like I've been during Pennsylvania. Looks like. Yeah, no, I mean, I just kind of spoke on some that you know, briefly, but yeah, I don't really want to get into it anymore. Like, I kind of said all I know. Yeah, I can still like we can still stream, be live, and just kind of. Um, yeah, it was kind of open in chat, so that the actual Clown Force? Is that, you know, not sure. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just driving. I'm just here. It would take a long time for me to trust a self-driving car, but I don't think I'd want a self-driving car because I like driving. So, um, oh, I mean, so I was just going by my. I can't lower the volume. Yeah, I was going by. I was going by. Uh, pretty much what I saw happened and what I knew. So that's why I spoke on it. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by like, is there docs going on? I'm not sure. Okay. Can you guys hear the Can you guys hear the text to speech too? I just don't know. It's playing on my phone. Yeah, well, basically, this sketch, I'm going to be, going live, doing live sketches on the channel. So definitely, it's all good. Well, I mean, it's not a crime, but like, there's a difference between like crime doesn't really matter. Like, there's a difference between right and wrong. Like there's certain crimes that should be crimes. So yeah, that's kind of a weak argument, I would say. Yeah, I probably would argue something was technically a crime, but but yeah, it's not a loan deal between two people. It's it's not like just a loan deal. It's borrowing money in an aggressive way and not paying it back. Like that is wrong to an extent. Yeah, like that's a deal. So I think loan is kind of yeah, no, including that. So isn't that bad that someone's doing something wrong? Like what are you talking about, Clown Force, bro? You're not. Clown Force isn't making any sense in chat. We gotta get some L's for Cloud Force. He's making little sense. Yeah, it doesn't matter that it's a crime though. It doesn't matter that it's a crime. It matters that it's wrong. Yeah, I just oh he must be blocked. But I'm hearing it from my audio reader. well, that won't happen. Well, it's more about like what already possibly happened. Bro, what kind of response is that? Yeah, to warn others. Well, I'm driving to a court hearing, so I can say I'm doing something productive. Yeah, so I'm seeing the account, so How's Bonnie right now? Can you hear me now? Yeah, I just wasn't saying anything. Yeah, yeah, I will let anyone know, but yeah, I guess I'm trying to just like not get into that stuff. So I'm not really sure what I say. Um, but yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, I was trying to like stay off that topic, so I was kind of like I was letting it. Yeah, I'm kind of letting it live in chat, but like I'm not trying to engage on it really. But I don't know. Maybe unless someone panels up, it can be discussed. But I don't know. I don't really want to get into that topic. Meister? I don't know. COPD? Not sure what the. Is that like breathing stuff? Oh, um, no. I don't know. I don't know what that sound is. It's probably something else. I'm trying to get to the drama stuff, the drama topics. Like, I kind of did speak on it because I want to say like what I kind of saw a little bit, but yeah. Oh, that's what it is. It's probably canceling out the text to read thing. Because it's reading the chat as it's going on. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. It can be a topic, but I don't have to engage in it. So I can kind of just maybe let it exist, but not really get into it too much. Yeah, yeah, to an extent, I guess. I kind of was like not really sure what to say. Like, I don't have like any real, I don't think information like that, but I did kind of notice certain red flags. I mean, I think the red button came from something being proven in court. Like someone was like a suspect. Yeah, and I don't see all those situations. So yeah, thanks for the kind of ask about that. Gonna be posting a lot on there. Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, some kind of crazy graphic for the every time donations played. Sure does move. Icons crashing out. Yes, my only thing was I only spoke on it once, so I'm not really gonna try to like get into it more though. So, but the discussion of it like probably. Hello.
Yeah. Cat
How are you?
Greed. How are you, Ryan?
Good. I did shut off the text to speech, so I really get to see you comments like that. What's going on?
I just am here to take another victory lap and
Okay.
say the very people that have been at my throat for a long time getting awfully quiet and unable to answer any questions. I'd love Cat Greed to get her fat ass up here and answer a few of my questions. I sat for years listening to this bitch ask me questions, and boy, do I have some questions for her about all the shit that she's been involved in and covered up for, and grimed for, and grifted for. The scams that she's run, the scams that she's designed, the scams that she's run for other people. I'd love to know about her Israeli sugar mama feeding that sugar baby and those sugar titties that we've all seen because she's a pervert chasing dick all around the country. And I'd like to know about all those scandals, including the lesbian action she had with PHI and Lady Ghost. Those are
Whoa.
all legitimate questions that I have. Oh, yeah, Ryan. Yeah. People want to talk about my sex life all the time. It's fair game now, Ryan. You know, that's what we got going on. So I'm just confused, too, about why you were so blinded that you want to catch predators, too. And I commend you for your recent transformative position in your channel. But, you really think you can find and sniff out predators when you missed Greed and PHI, who you raised money for, who then effed you over. And then I think you even grifted for Nunya, too, the very grifting queen herself, who has
Oh wait, you're
no.
saying you're saying kind of like a
So
million
I'm,
points at once.
I
Like,
know because it's just, I got a million questions, Ryan, because people ask me a million questions. And it's
I
time
know,
for
just one at a
Z.
time.
It's time for
So,
Sam Z to ask some of the questions. But there's so much silence now. I don't, I know, it's time for you to have a pair of balls, Cat Greed. We know you got the balls, but it's time for you to show them off since we've already seen your titties. Go ahead, Ryan.
all right. So I don't know. You said something about like if I'm catching predators, and I something about
It's
a bunch of
called
other issues.
discernment. Yeah, it's discernment. Discernment. How come you couldn't sniff out the scammers and scam artists in your backyard? Predators and pedophiles are manipulators, Ryan. They're control freaks. And that's exactly,
Well,
I'm not saying that Nunya is a predator, but boy, oh boy, does she have the manipulative, conniving sociopath of a predator's mindset. And I'm just
so
surprised that your discernment wouldn't have picked that up early on and not gone out and raised money for someone in her eviction when she was raising that same money from 25 other people around town. She was taking her 700
yeah,
fat ass
because I
pounds
mean,
all
wait,
around
wait,
town, raising
bro,
raising
I
money
can't.
from seven
Can I
different
answer?
people.
Well, you can't just like
Go ahead.
ask a question and not allow me to answer. I mean, we can have a. I thought we were gonna talk like adults. But yeah, so like yeah, so basically, I can't act on information that I don't have. So like me just borrow like as far as like someone borrowing money from me and then being paid back by another person, that's just weird. But that's nothing to go off of to conclude anything about those other stuff that I had no idea about. So
you didn't answer any of my questions. You just gave as you typically do, you give a confusing, winding answer that is not related to the point at hand, which is you were involved with maniacal sociopaths that were thieving tens of thousands of money from people, taking people that were from the catching community and taking dollars out of the catching community that would have probably otherwise been donated to help, catch bad guys, and putting it into their own grimy pockets for their own gain. Nunya said a couple days ago, she finally revealed the truth. She's about that money. That money, 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 money.
Yeah, so I mean, anything I did was acting in good faith based on the information that I had. So that's really all I can really
But the
say to that.
information, and I guess I could say the information you had was years ago. It was known that Nunya was stealing money and thieving and operating basically a graft and wire fraud. I think let's call it wire fraud. Years ago, we know that she did that. She did it
I
to
have no idea what you're talking
Jersey,
about.
and she did it to a number of her donors. Did the don't nobody's never, are you gonna, you again, your discernment, Ryan? I've known from day one, just like you sort of knew from day one about Edward. I've known from day one about Nunya, and yet you don't have the discernment to call out her own scams, and you actually went and scammed for her. You put up a GoFundMe to raise money for someone who was scamming other people at the same time for their rent money and their moving money. You did a double dose. Do you feel at all complicit in basically the crimes of double, triple, and quadruple dipping? She's raising money from Lady Ghost here. She's got your GoFundMe scamming over there. And you want to act completely like you're not sort of a part of that whole conglomerate of associating and affiliating with absolute scumbags? Come on, Ryan. You
Well,
you you you
I
you
know.
you
Well, like, I
attacked
have to
me.
answer.
You
I have to
attacked me.
answer. I have to answer. Unknowingly, yes. But like, because as far as all I'm seeing, if someone's just getting evicted, that's all I'm seeing. So that's all I have to base that off of.
And what you saw
So
was a scam artist. So when did you know that she was a scammer, thieving money from people, and a manipulative, conniving bitch? When did you actually find that out?
the only thing I really saw was what Lady Ghost Hunter came out with, and like something that just kind of seemed sketchy before, but I really don't have much information at all. Never did.
So when did you? So do you now think that Nunya is a scammer, conniving lunatic, or what? What is your current thoughts now that the evidence is out there?
Have we found out what happened? I don't know. Like, how far did it go? I just heard that like he got looks like she got Grifty to pressure Lady Ghost Hunter to get money, and it seemed like it
I
was a
don't.
lot. It added up. I guess it's a widespread thing going on. That's really all I know.
She played the poverty card. She played the food card. She played the my car's broken down for the 17th time lies to one person. Now it's time, Ryan, to connect all the dots. How many times did she make that same statement to 20 people? Hey, my car's broken down. I need $200 for a tow job. 10 people send her to $100. It's $2,000 right there. Ryan, it's not that hard to put together. I don't know. Did you not watch the stream a couple hours ago of one person being shook down because of the kindness of their heart? Nunya learns that this woman loses her husband, and she so excitedly and so with joy starts immediately shaking down this woman, knowing that she got money from her husband's death. And Nunya was excited about it so that she could grift off the whatever it was, life insurance or whatever that she got. And so she goes after a widow's. Um, I mean, come on. You don't get, I mean, you can keep going back to
Well,
Edward
like,
all that you want.
well, like,
I don't know how
also, I couldn't I
low
say that I
can
could
you
say
go.
I mean, I could say the same thing about like you didn't know about Ed fully, and you were going by what you thought. And you were also wrong.
I was wrong, and if the
And you
if
admitted
the
to it.
Texas if Texas had released
Why did you support a child predator, Sam?
why are we
No, why,
going
like, why
back
did you,
to
you supported
this?
a pedophile?
Why are we going to
No, because
this? Well, I didn't
it's the
know
same
that
principle.
I didn't have the
It's a, no,
information that we have now.
exactly. But how
Okay.
could you do that, Sam? You don't know anything, Sam. Where's your discernment,
But
Sam? I could say the same thing back to you. It's
but
really the same
again,
principle.
so is that so it's two people with
Hindsight's
no
2020.
discernment don't get to attack each other? You attacked me for
So are
2
you admitting?
years.
So
I
okay.
can
So
I
are
at
you
least
admitting? Are
attack?
you admitting you don't
You
have
attacked
discernment?
me? In that
So
case,
are
I
you
didn't
admitting?
have
So you don't have.
that
So you don't
foresight.
have any
I
discernment.
didn't set up a GoFundMe for Predward for his defense costs and his moving costs. Ryan,
You
you
threatened to
did.
sue me.
You you
You threatened
you
to sue
actually.
me.
I don't think I threatened to sue you. I
Yes,
said
you
what you
did.
were saying.
You said you would
Yeah.
sue me. Yes, you did. You said you would sue me because I was committing slander against Ed. Like you can deny that, but you were lying if you deny that.
Here we go back onto this
Okay,
2022 2023 debate.
also,
You
yeah.
you always want to fall back on the Edward
You
shit.
have no place.
Always.
You have no place to check me at all. You have no moral
I
high ground.
absolutely do.
You
Absolutely, I
You
do.
supported
Just
a pedophile
because.
and tried to intimidate people into like not talking about it. And obviously, it didn't work because you're not very intimidating. And yeah, like you did actually try to sue me, and you were wrong about Ed. Just like it looks like I'm kind of
when did I
I'm wrong about
try to
Senya.
sue you? When I said that some of your statements
You
seemed false and defamatory?
someone clipped it, and you said and you're gonna get someone to sue Detective Ryan. You called me Detective Ryan. Like you don't remember what you said, but
Well,
you
I
threatened
mean,
to sue me.
just like you don't remember seeing a stream 2 hours ago that just got out because you want to hide your eyes. I watched everything
referred
with
to
the
it.
Edward stuff, but look, we
I
can go
referred
back
to
to
it.
the Ed drama, or we can talk what's present right now. Ed's already been taken care of, Ryan. Congrats.
But it's the
Now
same.
we're on to the let's talk about
It's the same
another.
principle.
Let's talk about a similar predator mindset amongst us.
It's the exact
You would
same.
have them high
It's the
ground
exact
if
same.
why can't you
No,
say why can't you criticize your own people that you supported and funded for, raised money for, like fundraised for?
I am.
Like I
I am.
didn't. Okay,
That's my point.
so what is your final conclusion about your friend Nunya that you raised money for? That you actually had innocent people contribute to?
I wouldn't say she's my friend. I wouldn't say.
You absolutely said she was.
Like I wouldn't say. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say she's my. Okay, you're interrupting me again. I wouldn't say she's my friend, and I would say whatever is going on with her is sketchy as hell. And I don't fully know what happened. But that's all I can really say. But I'm not supporting that yet. Like what?
Okay, so if we get LARP up here to make the same exact argument that I'm making, so that you can't, it's like, when do you learn that because someone was wrong a long time ago, they don't have the ability to call out current bullshit, right? Like that doesn't insulate the fact that you can try to character assassinate me because of my past discernment problems doesn't mean that your current fucked up discernment shouldn't be called out, Ryan. That's illogical reasoning.
No, it's not, because I can understand that you were wrong and I was wrong too. So if we're both wrong, like you like it is the same thing. Like, are you saying you knew that Ed was a pedophile and you were a part of defending a pedophile? Like just like how obviously if I knew someone was doing some kind of like fraudulent activity with money, I wouldn't want to raise money for that. Like that would be the worst idea to do. Like why would I do that? Like I was trying to do a good thing based on good faith, based on the information I had. And I'm realizing there's something way bigger and bad going on. But sometimes when you try to do a good thing,
when did you realize that something? When did you realize that something big and bad was going on? Like when did you come to that realization?
The stream. Like I thought you said that like I'm not talking about the stream, but we just saw a stream where Lady Ghost Hunter went up.
Wait, you just said you didn't really see the stream, but you just guessed that someone had money.
That's not true. When did I say that?
You said that you said that you guessed that there was some transaction. You downplayed it. What happened was over a few months. Yeah, over a few months, Nunya essentially
No,
has stolen $7,000 from a widow who lost her husband, and now Nunya is revealing, the details of how that tragic accident occurred and everything else. And it's just like, was Nunya this way when you knew her when she was your friend, or did she
no.
change?
Like I didn't think. Yeah, I didn't think anyone was capable of doing something like that. No, of course I didn't know.
And what was she capable of doing?
Bro, how the fuck do I know? I just saw a stream of what's going
You,
on.
but you
Like,
were
what do you
just you
mean? What are
just
you
said you
asking
didn't
me?
know she wasn't capable of what? You just made the statement she wasn't
Oh,
capable of doing that. What?
like I
Stealing
guess
from
taking
people?
advantage. Like yeah, like I guess taking advantage of like people financially, this and that. Yeah.
What do you mean you guess? The evidence was just laid out there. Why are you continuing
Okay,
to not able to
I'm not
give a
guessing. I'm not,
straightforward
bro.
factual answer?
What is this? Yeah, like that's wrong. Like, what? I'm not sure what you're asking me to say. Like that,
And all the
what she
times
did
you were in
was
Slack, all the times you were in Slack, and all the times you were in Zoom, you never had the inclination that any of this, that your other
no,
friend of tears, was going to have you show up in the middle of Chicago. And then because you decided to go on stream one night when they claimed to not try to control you or manipulate you, you went where you wanted to go for a night, and then she basically wakes up the next morning and says, F you, Ryan, you showed up on someone's panel. So, I'm not going to go and help you with catching predators because I don't know. And then they turn around and say to you, we don't try to control where you go or what you do or what you say. Dude, they've been controlling you for years. They've been manipulating you for years. And
well,
it's sad because
no one's ever given me an ultimatum before. That's what I'm saying. Anytime I see an ultimatum, that was my response to it. But
the
yeah, like
ultimatum was the
I mean,
ultimatum was if you go on this stream and I'm just going to
yeah,
leave you in the middle of Chicago because you went there. Was the ultimatum. It was after the fact that the ultimatum was revealed.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what happened. And I mean, I think I was better off, so it turned out for the better. But yeah, like I'm done with those people. Like I'm done with PHI. I'm done with Nugget. Like I've been for a while now. So
I understand that, but you were intimately involved with them for so long. I was not intimately involved with Edward. I made statements defending a situation, but I wasn't intimately raising money for these people. I wasn't in a Slack with Edward. I wasn't in a Zoom with Edward. I got none of the plans or the plotting that went on behind the scenes like you did. You want to
no, I
downplay all
never.
of your
No, I
involvement,
never
just
heard.
like Cat
No, I don't
Greed.
know. Cause no, because like I have not heard anything about Lady Ghost Hunter like owing or like giving her $7,000. Like I didn't. I found out that in the stream.
Well, I understand that. So I'm looking forward to everyone, including people like Cap, that were years friends with Nunya, participating in her grift of community dollars that should have went to catchers, and she was essentially thieving it because she's a greedy, nasty bitch. And she said again the other day, she's always been here for the money. She's here to make money, money,
But
greedy,
how can you call
narcissism.
me? How can
And
you?
yet,
But
and
how
yet,
can you
and
call
yet
me
you
if
were
I
you
don't
were
know?
somehow you didn't know that Nunya was here for the money. You thought she was actually here for the kids and the catching. You believe that, or did you know she was here for the money to grift it away from the community, to grift it
Well,
away
for the
from
money,
CPP
I
supporters,
mean,
and
for the money is in like maybe make a channel and necessarily monetize it. There's nothing wrong with that, I guess. But like as far as
and
the
you never
grifting
saw
kind of
her
situation,
begging. You never saw her begging for money, even though you were the one begging for money for her. Dude, you're the one that begged for money for her. This wasn't her AdSense revenue. This wasn't her
yeah,
making members. You're the one
that was
that
that was in good
participated in
faith.
her begging for
Yeah,
money.
because that was in good faith, thinking someone just got getting evicted because they're struggling financially. Yeah,
Whatever the reason may be,
got
and she
me.
got evicted, and
Well,
she raised money from 10 different people on the same eviction. So congratulations, Ryan. Yet again, you're participating in money flowing away from catchers, from community members that were originally here to support catchers, and Nunya siphoned them away to fund her lifestyle to the tune of probably even more than what you make on your NV cap payout, 5 or 10% of whatever Alex says you. She probably was making more than whatever you're making. She was probably pulling in $6, $7, $8,000 a month running these scams. Make that make sense for all of us on how all of that money that could have benefited the community of all you people out there and down in chat and all you Nunya nuts that you actively, knowingly, and willfully participated in money flowing away from helping kids, away from helping catchers, to go into the pockets of some sinister,
No,
maniacal bitch.
there's
That's
no
what you did.
no. No, that's a lie. That's completely that's bullshit. That's total bullshit.
Where am I wrong? Prove me wrong.
Like every part of that, because as far as I knew, I was raising money for someone that I thought was actually financially struggling. So
Well,
you're kind of implying some other stuff.
I'm saying
As
that
a
a significant amount of money, Nunya and Greed and other people have come in, and many other people maybe, including I would throw Edward in the lot of people that are not out catching predators. Okay, they came in here to ingratiate themselves to a community, and then they started picking. I'm broken down with a car. You know, my kid who's somehow Benjamin Buttoning, who keeps going down in age. You didn't realize when Nunya 3 years ago said her 18-year-old son's a grown ass, and then 2 years later, he's a 15-year-old starving for food. You didn't follow any of he's reducing his age, like not even in looks, but in his age. Like he's 18, 2022. He's suddenly 15 in 2025 when she needs $200 for food, even though she's got $1,000 in fraudulently obtained food stamps. So, it's amazing the stuff that you miss from your very close friends that you were a part of designing fundraisers for. Again, I never fundraised for Ed or knew him to the level that
I mean,
you were in these chats
if you're
all
saying
day
like
long with these people.
if you're saying hindsight's 2020 and I screwed up, I guess in that sense. But like as far as like knowingly, like I would never knowingly further any kind of fraudulent activity like that.
Would you go to Nunya and ask her to refund? Much money did you raise her for the GoFundMe to tell her to give back the money that you had people raise money for? You had people give to a scam artist and a criminal. Would you go back
Yeah,
and try to get her to give that money back?
I mean I don't think I can, but I think she probably
Oh, right, because
should.
once you hit send on Cash App, it's only a one-way street, right? It's
Well, what
all
can
a
what can
joke.
I
And
do?
Cat Greed.
Am I the FBI? What can I do? Wait, I don't understand your issue.
Well, it
Like,
was
what
so quick
do
for
you
you
think
to
I could do?
it was so quick for you to demand people to give money for your very close friend and best friend, but now you can't get their money back when she's an outright scammer. Okay, moving on.
I mean, I
Cat
could on my
Greed,
end,
and
but
it's
that's
time
about
for
it.
Cat Greed to take a stand and come out and reveal all the dirty shit, like who doxed TBS, how many doxes was Greed involved with, how many deflections. She's gone in hiding. Get your ass up here, Greed, and answer a few of my questions. I won't bite. You got a big mouth for a couple years, and people talking about my drunk driving. Hey, Ryan, you spent what, 6 months defaming me about my drunk driving in which I blew triple zeros, and yet Cat Greed downs an entire bottle of vodka and goes driving, flying around New York for dick, and you don't say a fucking thing, but you want to
That
ride
just
me for a
happened.
long time?
That just happened. And
I
I'm not
know.
talking about like
So
drama stuff.
it just happened. In the second that you got wind that I was charged with the DUI, you were up on panels with my fucking mugshot everywhere. So it just happened that you got revealed. So due to greed, drinking a bottle of liquor and putting everybody's life in danger,
Wait,
including
you think I
PHI's,
support
say
Cat?
something
You think I
about it.
support Cat Reed? You think I support her?
Well,
I don't support any of these
oh,
people anymore.
you're friends with greed. You were friends with greed
Was
until what? Until she finally burned you, or what happened between you and
no,
greed?
like I mean, yeah, at a certain point, like, yeah, like I cut ties. I did
Right.
pretty much with everyone there.
Well, it's just your intensity for the truth always wavers. Your principles always waver, and I'm really happy you're on a new track. But for these revelations that you're very, very close friends for many years. This is why you didn't rise in the PP organization, and that you could have been probably the best decoy. Ryan, you probably could have been making a very good salary and living in addition to the income you get from NVCap. And yet you went to bat for absolute scumbags for many years. Edward didn't affect my, other than the shit, that the doxing and all the fucking shit that happened, but he didn't involve. You could have actually had future potential and opportunity, but for the fact that you became wedded to complete scumbags. And I don't know if you have the self-reflection to look at that and examine yourself and say, yeah, that didn't make sense. And I did associate that, and I want to do things differently.
Didn't I
I,
just say that? Didn't I just say that though? Like this whole time? Like
that you associated with
I,
absolute scumbags, and they prevented you from advancing an opportunity to catch predators and be a part of a big organization that I really hope you are a part of and become a part of. I do. I'm not,
I mean,
you
honestly,
know,
I don't think anything's gonna come of that. I'm just focused on MVCap. I just think that was like I don't even know if that was serious actually, but like I'm just focused
um,
on growing MVCap.
well, I wish you luck, and I think that you have matured a lot, and I do. I hope all of people are, out there when it comes to the good things that you're trying to do. But you clearly were involved with people that have proven time and time again to be terrible, terrible people, and Greed and PHI and all these people that were your best friends for many years, I think dragged you down. And I'm hoping that you learned a lot from that, like I learned from Edward, and you can go on to have a good catching career in what you want to do. So, um,
I appreciate that.
you know,
I mean, I don't agree with
I
the other stuff you said, but I mean, okay.
Well, no, I mean, in the end of all this, I didn't come up to say really to badger you. I came up to ask Kat Greed when she's going to be exposing all of Nunya's bullshit in Slack and Zoom, and why Nunya is solely focused on Booby and not on Kat Greed, and why is Kat Greed and Nunya not attacking each other when they've both been exposed for being complete scumbags, and yet they seemingly hate each other on the private backroom channels.
Yeah.
But let's get some of these questions answered, like I answered a bunch of losers questions over the years. Now it's time for Sam to ask a few questions, and I just wish Nunya and PHI and Greed, they were on panels as a threesome, banging around when it came to me and all my stuff. And so now it's my turn and a lot of people's turn to have their go at it. And I just wish they don't.
Well, I would
I
just
don't. I
pay
don't.
the
I just wish they would
I would just pay the
have a.
okay. Can I say something? Yeah. Well, I would just pay the compliment that you wouldn't knowingly support like a person engaging with child porn knowingly, and like I wouldn't say you're involved, right? Like the way you're kind of saying that I'm involved with things that I don't know about. Um, but yeah, like as far as like any kind of whatever comes out, that's gonna be resolved by people that are not me. That's gonna be resolved by expert panelists or whatever. But I'm gonna have to accuse myself and stuff like that because
Well, if you if
like
you
that is a distraction.
legitimately if you legitimately, even though it seems like the red button was pressed many, many times over the years about Nunya scams, PHI scams, greed scams, that I will take you at your word that even though there were all these signs of, people being scammers and grifters, that you legitimately had a good faith belief that they were decent, honest people. And if that
Yeah.
is what you're saying, then I would say I hope, just like I guess could be said about me and Edward, our discernment needs to get better. But again, I never was involved to the level or to the extent with Edward that the evidence shows you were involved with these people. You were intimately involved with them on a
Well,
personal
like you're
level.
saying, the way you're
You
saying
know,
involved, you're like, are you saying or not saying that like I had knowledge of this? You're saying involved implies that.
involved in their Slacks. You were on a Slack communication with them, right? You were
But I feel like you're
the very
implying.
donors.
I mean, you're implying though, like somehow I had knowledge of what was going on, and obviously that's not true. So,
But you yourself, okay, you never saw Nunya beg for money, but you went out and people for money for Nunya, I guess.
I
You
mean,
never knew
I've
Nunya.
already answered that part. That's just that, like, to me, I was just raising money because I looked like someone was just getting evicted in a hard time. But that's not like aggressively pressuring someone out of thousands of dollars, in that way. So that's the difference. I can say what I did and why.
Well, I'm just surprised that, I'm gonna not say you're lying, but I'm surprised that there was no signs of this in Slacks, in daily Slacks. I don't know. Cap can get up here and answer some questions too. There's a lot of tech and everybody else, all the mouths down in chat. They can get up and answer some questions too. I don't know if Cap went mute. I don't know if like his
Right?
tongue got cut off or
I
what,
think
but I don't know
I
why he
think we're
can't.
beating a
Cap
dead.
had a
I
big
think we're
mouth.
beating a dead horse, though.
Cap
Honestly,
had a big mouth for a long time. He could get up here and answer some questions. Oh no! I didn't get beating the dead horse. I got asked about the same issue for 2 years by 15 different people, answering a bunch of people's
by
random
about Ed,
bullshit questions about Ed.
about
So
Ed.
no. Yeah, beating a dead horse it's not on day one, maybe on day 100. But why don't some people get their ass up here and answer some questions on what they knew about greed and Nunya's scams, ripping off widows?
Because yeah, but like you just said that, isn't it a good thing if I don't focus, like other people can focus on that issue, like, and I should not focus on issues like that? Isn't that what you guys always say that I should focus on?
No, I think you should maintain your principles and whatever your principles are, Ryan. You promote yourself as a principled person that doesn't waver based upon who your friends are. And it seems like in this case you kind of wavered. And now I don't put is do you think Nunya's a scumbag?
I mean, from that, yeah, yeah.
And uh do you think greed is, I mean, okay. All right. Well, I guess that's enough. You saying that Nunya's a scumbag is probably enough.
I have
Uh, I,
FTC.
I don't have to pull out anything
Oh,
else.
hey, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
but
hear you.
I got it. Yeah.
All right, Sam. Well, I mean, I think Sam.
We cannot hear you. Your microphone's terrible.
Better?
Go
Can
ahead,
hear you.
Happy. Yeah, we can hear you,
Better?
Happy.
Yeah, I think you were trying to get to some moment of truth with Ryan, but you have a lot of like historical trauma in your past relationship with him. And so you were having a hard time hearing what he was saying. I think, Ryan has finally come to a realization. Like at a certain point, a lot of us came to a realization about Ed. But I also think, I don't think it's fair to compare people. Like, I think people stealing money from people is terrible, but I think it's not an apples to apples comparison. I think things that Ed was involved in is far worse. And we have to like admit that you have to admit, I admitted that we were wrong about Ed, for however long it took. At a certain point, we realized we were wrong. Everybody comes to their own realization at a certain point. You can't criticize people for, well, you can criticize people for it, like they criticize us and you're criticizing Ryan, but people are going to come to their own realization at a certain point on their own timeline, and that is what it is.
Well, Ryan has basically evolved over this conversation on his perspective. When I first came up here, he didn't say Nunya's a scumbag.
Well,
Now he did say
came in
that.
very hot, and
I came in hot at the people that deserve my heat, which is greed and the triumphant of criminals that have been scamming people. And
Speaking of
Ryan,
heat, there were questions in the chat about, is this the second week of the month? Is this your time of the month, Sam?
oh, here we go. Are we back to my clit? No,
Okay.
this is basically saying that I'm tired of people saying that they didn't know, they didn't understand when the signs were there for a long, long time. The only sign with Ed was this document that said he was a suspect. There was nothing else. The
Well,
evidence that Nunya was
there was a lot more than that.
grifting. There was the evidence that Nunya was. There was only one document that said he was a suspect. That was it. There was nothing else. There was
There's so
nothing
much more
else.
things. There was inconsistencies in things he said. That like, well, there was amounts.
I don't.
And
Yeah,
amounts of
I don't think they're
context.
fair comparisons. I think they're both very different
But
situations, but it's just
yeah,
the similarity is that, like, people, we all have our own biases. A lot of us were, like, associates with Ed, and some people were associates of Nunya, and so that bias will naturally lead you to, like, not pay attention to what might be super obvious to other people.
and I will say it's kind of like when there's just kind of like a lot of lies that go around on all sides and all that. It's hard to kind of tell what's true. So the way I did see it was that that she was being she was on the she was being truthful, but that's because I went by a lot of this distortion that was going on, on all sides really. Like I've seen so many lies about me that, you just kind of think like if they're saying something about like Cat Reed and Bupak or whatever, like I'm like that's like I'm gonna kind of like I don't believe anything.
Well, it's just
So I'm not
Ryan.
really sure about what's true.
Wishing, I wish for you to have great success in catching and
Yeah,
whatever route you go in that. But I've seen you consistently over years claim ignorance and stupidity, like you did just the other day with all the doxes that were being distributed in and around Slack that you were a part of. And you claimed that you never saw any of that. And so it's just hard for me to take you credible sometimes when you claim this ignorant stupidity when it's obvious and clear that you were involved. Meaning, when I say involved, you were there, you were in the room when it happened, where it happened, and you claim, oh, I just go down to the bottom and I ignore all the doxes that are happening and I ignore all the channels that are dedicated to various community members and researching shit. And so I'm just, I hope that you can get a better grasp of like where you are on the planet so that you don't get into situations or blinded by, you're in a, you're in a club. This is where you're at. And, it's a furry club. I don't want you to get in situations where you don't know where you are. And it seems like you've had a history in this community of claiming this, oh, I didn't know. And I've done that once, right? I've done that once. You've done that repeatedly over years. So, you know, uh, and all these people that have all the dirty shit that was going on with Nunya and her crew, and very few people want to provide the evidence. People want to come forward with text messages that, they're owed $7,000, but where's all like the actual stuff, the juice and the grime that was going on? Who doxed TBS? Cat Greed. Who was involved with that dox? Who found his information? Who distributed it around? These are important issues for the things that have happened in this community, and I'm sick and tired of people coming out and just walking away like the victim. I wasn't the victim with Ed. I was lied to. I was manipulated. Wasn't the victim. But and in the end, I made my own choices, and
you said you were lied to
that
and
damage.
manipulated,
Yeah, I was
but
lied
you're
to and
not a
manipulated.
victim.
That
Okay,
doesn't
so
mean that I'm claiming
it's
victimhood.
literally
That's not
you're
claiming that
playing
I'm victim.
semantic. You're being kind of
No,
cringe,
and I made
honestly.
my
Like
own decision.
you're playing so much semantics. Like here, I mean, it's just kind of like word salad at
Yeah,
this
and
point.
you're and cringe is you being in a Slack where there's hundreds of doxes and you claim you don't see any of them. That's what's cringe.
But Sam, we cannot change the past. right? And you know, I mean, it feels like you're using a Nunya tactic now to go down memory lane and bring up old shit and this and that. I'm like, you know, maybe try like believing people at their word today in 2025 and what they say and moving forward instead of, you know, holding people to everything that they may or may not have done going back several years. I mean, that gets us
Yeah,
nowhere,
but you
right?
know what? Yeah, but having been reminded for 2 years that I made a discernment mistake, and having those very people not have it
We all
thrown back
did.
in their
We all.
face.
I mean, not just
No, I
you,
know we
me
all
too.
did.
But I don't. I
Yeah,
don't.
I
I mean,
know,
I don't.
but I guess I have a different outlook of it. And having
Yeah.
those very people try to snake away, and I'm not necessarily saying Ryan or Ryan alone, but
Hmm.
all of these people that were a part of this scamming organization and doxing organization that was these internet gangs that acted all tough. I'm fascinated that they can just, oh, you know, I'm turning over a new leaf, and you know, Cat Greed can come out and be the victim in all this when she was intimately involved with everything that was going on, and PHI as well. All these people are dirty scumbags, and I'm not
I
throwing
mean, we
Ryan.
could.
And I'm not.
I could sit here and rail on you for associating with Thomas Fellows from CPP, who's weaponized his OSEN team to dox people and find people's information. You know, we can do that all night long. Is that going to help us advance the conversation?
I'm not in any servers or Slacks, or I'm not involved with any of that. Right?
You just
You're
gone
now
on tangent
jumping.
with them.
But you work with them.
You're now jumping. I wasn't involved in any Slacks or any CPP stuff. So
We don't
that's,
know. I don't know
you
that.
know. Well, I mean, we do know it with Ryan, though, don't we? And we do know it with Greed and a bunch of other people. We know that.
It's
And
back to
again, it's
semantics again.
all of
So
this.
like even if you work with them in
It's
real life
all
and then
back to
you're
this. It's
It's just
all
not
back to
helpful, dude. It's
this.
not helpful, man.
It's all back to, because of Ed years ago, people can't come out and say Ryan was completely wrong to associate with a bunch of scumbags. Call them out, tell us all the dirty shit they did, and move on and go be a better person. That's all. And then he wants to say, "Oh, well, you associated with Ed, so you can't say that to me." I can be involved with dirty people and scumbags,
that's not what happened. That's
and you
not
No,
can't
what
say
happened.
anything to me
what he was saying,
because
Yeah.
Sam,
you
what
were
he was
involved with
saying is
Ed.
it's kind of like he was saying it's kind of the same thing. Like you were wrong, Sam,
Yeah, we were both.
and Ryan is
Yeah,
admitting
we
that
were
he was
both
wrong.
wrong. Yeah.
Do you not see that, Sam?
I didn't hear him say that, but I'm glad you can help him admit that he was completely wrong to
I'm not
associate
helping.
with
He
these
said it,
scumbags.
dude. You can't see it through your rage. I mean, it's like
Before
he's
I
just
got up here, I
saying it.
didn't hear him say that. I didn't hear him say
Oh,
that before I got up here. I'm glad that I helped him,
yeah.
walked him along that, you know,
Okay,
the
dude.
crosswalk. I'm glad that we helped him along the crosswalk to get to where he needed to go. But again, I'm really not
Okay.
talking about Ryan anymore. I'm talking about the
Okay.
lieutenants, Greed, and everybody else. Ryan wants to, you know, it's nothing to do with Ryan. Move on from Ryan. I'm talking about the real people that are involved in some shady shit. And that is the Greeds and the PHIs and these criminals in and around Nunya that did know everything that was going on.
Yeah,
They
it's
did know
ugly.
the
I mean, what
scams.
we got a little bit of a preview today, and you can probably rest assured that there's a lot more of that out there. Um, I mean, if they were scamming Lady Ghost Hunter, who most of us hadn't heard of, you know, imagine, you know, how much money they've taken from other people that we do know who are benefactors and philanthropists that give money to catchers. And I think the big picture here is like they latched on to people that were giving money to catchers, and they siphoned funds that should have gone to catchers and decoys to support their lifestyles of whatever kind of lifestyle they had. That's the problem, you know. Like, I mean, that money should have gone directly to catchers, to decoys, to support the work that we all believe in, and that's why we're all here. That's the scandal. That's the
I
scandal.
I think that's what I said when I first came up. Exactly all of that. But thank you for saying it in a calmer, you know, more FCC like smug way. But yes, that's exactly sort of what I had said. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, and
something I kind of would add to it is like the big kind of lesson for me with like the leaving Slack is like even though I wasn't actively really doing anything, like I could still be tied to it because I'm just like in the server, and that's why I like continually cut ties. That's like that was a reason.
Yeah.
well,
No, I mean, I think you there's the theory of the boiling frog, right? You put a frog in water and you slowly cook up the temperature, and before you know it, the frog doesn't know that they're in boiling water, and they just boil and cook. I think, I mean, it's not exclusive to your situation, Ryan, but a lot of us, if we end up in like particular Slacks or Discords or whatever group chats on Instagram, you start to that those conversations start to form your worldview of the community and your bias. And if you don't like check yourself, like you can go down a rabbit hole and go down a particular direction pretty quickly, and you're just like, wow, why am I so angry at this person, or why can I not see that this person that I'm so close to is actually a dirtbag piece of shit, um and that's what it
Yeah,
is.
well, I just think it's a little bit um, ironic to be reminded of my friendship with someone for years, while a lot of people can associate. I mean, Cat Greed and Nunya and all were mods in Tommy Boy's chat just a few small years ago, and when he was making nonsensical videos about me. Just reminding people of the facts isn't me trying to beat a dead horse when they reminded it of me for years and I'm reminding it of them one time. Caps was a huge friend of PHI. Now he's in here laughing and mocking her for not being able to go get her food. So it's just funny to me of putting up a mirror to people and letting them see who they are. Gets me attacked for having hands on hips and all kinds of bullshit, but it doesn't change the fact that all the people in chat now at one time or another were affiliated, associated with, friends with, dragging panel buddies with these scumbags, and they're acting all tough now. It really doesn't have anything to do with Ryan. Because everybody, the cesspool that's in the chat, they come out of the woodworks and do this, and people want to come and act and do their mocking now to try to deflect from where they were at. And I'm sorry that I just have to be a mirror. I'm a mirror for everybody, and looking inward because they were a mirror for me for years. And I think for a couple days, I get to be a mirror on them. Because we're all people that were in it together, friends together, part of the same shit together. Cap was in the Slack and Zumba and all kinds of shit too. So, he ain't got no victory lap, and he ain't going to answer no questions because he won't come up here and answer my questions like I went on his panel, answer a bunch of stuff over the years. He won't answer shit. And most of these people won't answer any questions. And that's the problem, Ryan. You got to ask me a bunch of questions over time, and I made all this stuff, and they just get to sit quiet like pussies. And
Yeah. And
that
I
leads to
personally
deception and um,
I
you know,
personally like
false narratives.
the version of Cap that used to clown Tommy before he decided to ride on Tommy's nuts. But that's just me, People can change. I get it.
Yeah, and then I saw a way worse people on the internet than anything
It happens.
that anything that Tommy could do or say. And then I
Yeah.
saw a lot of the hypocrisy of people calling out Tommy and not calling out other people that do the exact same things.
Yeah.
And it is what it is, right? As they say, it is what it is. And people can change, but I like to remind people of the changes that they've made, like they remind me for years. So
Is that where that
that's
energy
all.
comes from, Sam?
It does.
It does. Okay.
Yeah. No.
wait,
Thank you for
was,
coming. Every time you come up on panel when I'm here, I feel like I was struggling. So thank you, FCC, for bailing me out. Right? I know you're
I'm
gonna
not bailing
want
you
to
out.
get
I'm just
you get complimented for bailing me out for. But no, I truly believe
wait,
that
is that a porn
Ryan.
bomb? Was that a porn bomb?
I wasn't
What
watching.
did you let somebody up?
I clicked a button. It lets everyone up. It's automated.
I don't know. Check
Okay.
the chat.
No, do you need to end it?
Hold on. Let me. Okay, hold on. I'll yeah, let the person know.
Yeah, I didn't porn bomb you. Look, it's just my face.
No, I didn't-
Look, it's just.
I didn't
yeah,
know it was
didn't-
you or whatever's going
no,
on.
No, I didn't porn bomb you, dude. I don't do that. What are you talking about?
You didn't.
Sam,
You didn't say anything. So
No, sorry. I was just gonna let Samuel speak. Dude, Sam, you're all mad because you can't get to Nunya, so you're up here attacking Ryan because he's live. And we know you're mad and you're got your hands on your hip, but who cares what you think? Who cares what anybody thinks? None of you can do anything about it. It's not our business. Two grown women made a deal behind the scenes. What's it to you? You didn't know who Lady Ghostfoot Hunter was. None of you do. It's Nunya's friend. They were friends. And then now you're like, oh, poor Lady Ghost Hunter. Like, what's it to you? What do you care?
What is that? What is my opinion of it have to do with the fact that she stole all this money from her friend? And I bet you won't have the
She just
balls to
steal
call
nothing.
her.
They made a deal.
I bet you won't call her a scumbag.
No, she's not a scumbag. She's paying her back. She's been making payments and hopefully.
Right? How much is she funneling you money? Are you in on the take too?
Yeah,
on the grift?
I'm on the take. Well, I guess you would have saw that on TBS if I was, right?
Can I
Well, no,
interrupt
I'm
you
just-
two real
I'm-
quick? So, Sam, you're a man of money.
I don't need. Look,
No,
hey, you all
Sam,
can
no,
come up
I have
here
a
and,
question. I
and
think
gang
you'll
up
agree.
and start this bullshit.
No, I think you'll agree
I'm
with
here
the
because
question I'm about to
I'm
ask.
happy. I'm happy to let Nunya let me on her panel so I can ask her some questions like she
She
got to
won't,
ask me
though.
over the time.
No, she
No.
won't though.
She's a
But
bitch.
like, Sam, we'll just
She's a
say
scumbag bitch.
you loaned somebody $7,000. You didn't do it all at once. But even if they were like, can I put you on a $20 a month payment plan? Would you agree to that at over $7,000? Like, that
No.
sounds like you're trying to avoid collections at this point.
Well, why did she
I think
agree?
that Nunya manipulated someone like she does with so many people, and she's a sociopath. And Clown has been her best friend because Nunya gave Clown a lifeline to stick around here because he gets trashed everywhere he goes, and so
Everywhere?
he's going to go to bat for her every time he can, and he
Dude,
can't
I'm
see
not
clearly.
going to
He
bat.
knows.
I'm
Clown,
just saying
even
this.
even if it was you and your money, if you had $7,000 to loan somebody,
I wouldn't give it away.
but even if
wouldn't
you
know.
did, would you agree to a $20 a month payment plan?
Well, then she could have said no. That's not enough.
Look,
I have the screenshot where Lady Ghost Hunter said yes.
Why do you have the screenshot? You're the one that's going to release it, but not Nunya, who always goes live all the time. Why wouldn't she just post that immediately?
If she can, if she wants to. I got it off of TBS.
She probably should.
Dude, you let me talk, you little homo? God damn, dude.
Go right ahead and talk. But I'm saying she probably should post it
Thank you.
if she has it.
I
mean,
will.
that'd make it
I'll
real,
post
right?
We saw it on TBS, but I'll post it when I jump down. Lady Ghost Hunter said $20 a paycheck or at least 20 a month. That's what they decided on. And now that'll take 30 years, granted, but that's not our problem. You guys don't like it. You don't like Nunya. So you don't like Nunya. You never liked her as a recent. So what? What's gonna happen
Because
to
I've
Nunya?
known she was his camera from day one.
Can you
I knew she was a
fucking
bitch from day one.
Can you ladies let me speak? My God,
real quick,
dude.
I want you to
Don't
speak.
act like you don't
But
have
at
a
what
4-inch
point-
dick, Clown. Come on.
At
Come
what
on,
point
I'm trying to
was
tell
the
you
money
something.
loaned that they agreed on a payment plan? Was it at the $7,000 mark or was it before that?
I have no clue.
Isn't that like an important part?
Probably. I guess we'll find out.
And how many lady ghosts are how many lady ghosts you gotta crawl and beg to get your government money every month, Clown, and yet you're seeing your good friend, your bestie, fleece people. One person alone gets $7,000, and that doesn't rub you the wrong way. Give me a break. People to get
It's
this
not
one.
my business.
It is the business if we're here to do like she's siphoning, she's a thief, she's manipulating people, and
It's
you've
manipulative.
manipulated people. I know
Sam,
why
after you finish, I want to make a point. Go ahead. Sorry, Sam.
she
Yeah, like
gave
it is
you a lifeline
manipulative.
to,
Like like it's like if she suffered a loss and then she was aggressively pressuring her for money, that's wrong. It doesn't
If
really
it's
matter
not
for the
your,
crime.
if it's not your business, clown, of what the balance owed was, then why are you up here defending her for after what you don't even know that the
Then
agreement was
why
settled?
didn't, if she was being aggressive, why didn't Lady Ghost Hunter fucking, fucking say, hey, you're being aggressive. I don't want to give you any more money. I mean, after 500, I'd have been
Blaming the
like, oh, I'm done
victim.
with that. Somehow they had a relate. What?
She did say that. She did say that, and then she sent in her buddy, your buddy James, to start doing the grift on the side. She did say, "I don't have the money. I've got my own problems. I got stress. I can." And Nunya the next day started shaking her down again. You know, it's hard to deny
Is that
people.
is,
Like if
so
somebody comes to me
what?
and says,
It's
"Oh,
not our
my kid,"
concern.
it is a concern when this person has a platform in this community that you're best friends with that wants to go around talking about other people's bullshit from 5 years ago, and she's the biggest scam artist and criminal
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I'm
Other
sorry.
people's
And how many
bullshit from
how many
YouTube. She
how many
plays.
lady ghosts are out there?
She's.
How many lady ghosts are out there? I mean,
I
does she
don't
have
know.
10 lady
I don't
ghosts?
know. It's none of my business what she has. I don't give a fuck.
And that's
Wait,
why
why are
you're
you?
her
None of
good
But you're
bitch.
making
That's
it
why
as your
you're her
business.
good
So
bitch boy.
none
That's
of
why
us
you're
should
her good
even
bitch
know.
boy.
None of us should even know about it. It
And
didn't
that's
happen
why
on
she
YouTube.
likes you.
It
Dude,
didn't
Right?
happen on
dude,
You
nobody
YouTube.
should.
don't give a flying fuck if your friend is fucking stealing from people. And that's
You're
No,
why
she
she
saying,
didn't
likes you
steal.
and keeps you around.
She
pause.
didn't
You're
steal.
saying nobody should know about it, but
She
like,
was alone.
you're saying a victim can't speak out about getting financially exploited by a person? That's crazy.
It was alone.
It was a loan. Well, that's not what Nunya said. Nunya said that she just gave it over willingly.
She did. Some of it was a loan. Some of it was a gift. Depending on what she.
Everything that I saw today with every transaction said for a loan.
No,
I just
you're
can't
dumb.
wait
You're
till the
dumb. If
receipts
you
start
know,
dropping of the double and triple dipping where she goes around and tells 5 different people that she's got a tire on the side of the road and all 5
yeah,
people gave her the same amount of money.
yeah.
It's a fucking
And what
scam.
do you, and
And it is our
Sam,
business when this is
what
a
are
person.
you going to do about it besides put your hands on your hips and fucking bitch about it?
I'm gonna
Sam,
do
I have
the
a
same
question for
thing that
you.
she did for me for years. What's
Nothing.
she gonna do about it?
Nothing.
Sam, I have a question for you real quick, because you're pretty good with receipts and dates. When did was it Jersey? Like, when did all that happen? Was this like the same full lining of dates, or was this different?
Fucking
Say that
no.
again.
So remember, like whenever Jersey was sending the money thing.
It was probably before that. So I don't
So
have
did
any.
they just
I
move on from one person that was giving them money to another, and then they just discount the person and talk shit on them because they're no longer giving them money? Is that
Exactly. Yeah,
reality?
that sounds like it. Yeah, that's exactly
Hey,
what they were doing.
hey, did
And
Jersey expect to get paid back? No, he never said that. He said he'd never
Well,
expect to
Lady
get paid
Ghost Hunter
back.
did though. She said it was
Holy
for a
fuck,
loan
dude!
every
Can
time.
you fucking shut up, Tech? Dude, get the purple.
Can I
punisher
shut up?
out
Yes,
your
I have
butt.
the ability, but why does me
Quiet for a
talking
minute.
make you so mad? That's kind of weird. Why do I
Yeah,
get you
I'm
so upset?
completely mad. Because every time I talk, you
because
chime
his
in,
queen
dude.
is
Calm
pressed.
down. Calm down. What I'm saying is, Jersey didn't expect money back, but you all shit on Nunya for getting the money, but he didn't expect it back. Now that it's a loan and Lady Ghost Hunter expects it back, you're still mad at Nunya. So it doesn't matter. So anytime Nunya gets money, you guys are going to be mad. And you going around saying that could have went to catchers. Tell me where Lady Ghost Hunter's been donating other than to like maybe Ryan, I'm not sure, or Sammy. She doesn't go around donating. There's no proof that, oh, that money would have went directly to catchers. No, it wouldn't have. And what she could still give the catchers. I don't know.
Well, it's
I,
just
I
the whole thing is it's the scam is up. Nunya was here from day one to make money, 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 money. She has no interest of helping catchers. She has no interest of helping kids. She's here for herself, and the people she surrounds herself are people like you that are in desperate need to stick around. So you cling to her. You know, you cling to her fucking huge ass 800-pound cave. And that's fine, but don't come here and act like you have any objectivity when this woman is out scamming people and you don't give a flying fuck. Some people do.
well,
I
Sam,
understand why you wouldn't.
I kind of think what he just said is very true. There's no way to prove that whatever money was sent towards Anya would be sent towards the catcher. He's very right in that case.
You guys just want that to be true to make it worse. Do I agree? Who knows? But it doesn't matter what I think because it's not my business. I shouldn't even know about any of that, and neither should any of you. Lady Ghost Hunter should have like handled it in the back, like she started it.
No, why? Why? To keep
Oh,
it all
you started-
secret? To keep
Hold
it all
on, wait a
secret?
minute.
Isn't
Wait,
that
yeah,
how,
no,
isn't that how pedos
oh.
work, clown? To keep it all secret in the back? Never
it-
make it public,
okay.
right?
Pause, Sam,
Never make
real
it
quick.
public.
How could she have worked that in the background, do you think, Clown? Like, how does that happen? Because I think she probably tried that and then it didn't work.
Tried what?
To handle it in the background. I'm sure that she tried every option to handle
okay,
getting
maybe.
repaid in the background without
what
bringing
was-
it public.
And what purpose will telling this community other than making you guys hate Nunya even more? It's not going to do anything. Nunya's not going to pay any price. It doesn't make a difference. This is all just blah, blah, blah. Who cares? You hated Nunya out of 10. Now you hate her out of 15. So what? Like all this is just
Do you
nothing.
agree with financial scammers?
No,
I don't know anything about a scam. I saw a woman asking for help and another woman giving it to her. Yeah, it was maybe a little more than most people would do. I get it. But it's between two adults. No money was
So you don't
stolen.
think you don't think she did anything wrong, though?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I think because I'm not supposed to know about it and it's not my business.
Well, now that
I
you
mean,
know
you're
about
making
it,
your
now that
business
it's
by
public,
defending her.
I mean,
I have a
no
question.
wonder Nunya has loved you so much because you just completely are blind to all the shit she does, and she's completely blind to all the shit that you've said. So you guys
I
make
have-
a perfect fucking partnership.
I have a question for all three of you because I missed this part, but her graphics card went out and she needed some money. How much money did she need for a graphics card?
I didn't. I don't know. I was too busy worried about greed. In the
just
stream.
to put a new graphics card in your computer would cost about $500 for what she would desire. That's another crazy cost. Like it's just cost after unexpected thing after unexpected thing. And if your truck is that shitty, you should probably just sell the bitch because it's a financial hole. It's literally a pit of money.
Not your problem, not your business.
Why do you make it your business or problem?
Your opinion doesn't make a difference. It doesn't matter.
Well,
Why
this
does
stuff-
nobody's opinion
and you
make a
didn't-
difference?
Well, I mean,
Sorry,
yeah, that's kind. Obviously, you like secrets, clown. You wanted to keep your record pretty secret. Oh, you never said a shit about it. So
I've
I mean,
never
you
had
don't
a-
have a clean.
I don't have any felonies. Look me up.
Your
No felonies.
record of being charged with the crime, you never said shit to anybody. You kept that.
Why
tucked
would
up.
Why would I perpetuate a lie? Why would I give more power to a lie? Why
Well,
would
I mean,
do
it
that
was
to
true that
myself?
you were charged, though, right?
Why would I give more power to the lie I was charged with? Why would
You
I do
claim
that?
it was a lie, and that's your opinion. You're right to. You're
I
right
never
to say
even,
your opinion.
Sam, I never even went to trial. It was booted out before any trial. I was not even prosecuted, dude.
Right,
It was
and
booted.
the same thing could said by Ed, right? You were hammering Ed there at the end until he found out your record. You were hammering him. Same thing could said about him, right?
No, I
Nothing
wasn't.
went to trial.
I wasn't hammering for the longest time. I actually defended Ed because I knew I was railroaded, and I was like, "What? What if that's happening to Ed?" So, you guys, for the longest time, people know I totally defended Ed and said, "Look, let's just wait. Let's just see what happens."
Well-
and then towards the end, before the second drop, yeah, I did. I failed,
But-
and I didn't like Ed, and I talked shit, and I did do that. But I
People
was
drag
right.
Sam for the same thing, and you are literally stating that you've defended Ed,
I
and
did.
publicly.
I did.
That's
Because
crazy
because there-
work.
because there was no look for the longest time. I thought it was just a tip. I didn't know it was the National Organization for Missing and Exploited. I didn't know that. I just thought somebody called in and I was like, God, so somebody could just make a call. And when I found out how much more of a case it was, then yeah, I was like, well, fuck that. I mean, I don't think what's it, knick-knack,
But
knack-knack, whatever it
there's
is, going to fucking
people
make
who-
false allegations.
There's people who disconnected as soon as that first drop came out. They never contacted him again. Why would you?
What? I don't know. Like I said, I had a personal reason for it. I feel like I was thrown under the bus and railroaded on a lie, and I didn't want to be a part of doing it to somebody else.
Well, when did you feel like
Because
you weren't
didn't want
thrown
it
under the
to
bus
happen
anymore?
to you.
Yeah, eventually, at some point, you got out of under the bus. So, at what point did you feel like you were released from underneath the bus?
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean?
You just said you felt like you were thrown underneath a bus after the
the-
fact. But you're here talking and saying, I defended Ed, and then after I found out, I never defended him again. But like, you just related that it was only because people threw you under the bus and you wanted to relate how he felt.
I was thrown under the bus 20 years ago by people who were in my life who decided to try to fucking put me in prison. So I felt, yeah, I was thrown under the bus. And so I didn't want to throw Ed under the bus, is what I'm saying.
Well, you know what? I understand why people that are scammers don't want that to be communicated to other people. A lot of this stuff, including predatory behavior, hides in secret and in darkness. And I'm not surprised, Clown, that you're up here saying it's none of our business. Oh, baby, yes, it is. Every single dollar that she ripped off people, I hope they come forward with receipts. Because
And what are the
she's been running
consequences?
around.
What are the
Just
consequences, dude?
just
You don't
so
like
when
her.
you
You don't like her
yeah, no,
anymore.
I don't know what the consequences are.
Well, then shut
other
the
than-
fuck up. Who cares?
Other than hell,
You
maybe.
got no teeth. You got no. There's no teeth. You have no bite. None of you do. It doesn't make a difference. You can just
Well,
keep talking about it.
But if he wanted to be
Well,
released from
I'm
all
not
of the
surprised
accusations,
that people want
One-
secrets. But it's
one
time to
gay guy
shed
at
the
a
light.
time.
This is the
And then
dark
what?
underbelly, and now it's being exposed. And I know why you and others wanted to keep it a secret. Too bad. It's out in public now. Deal with it. And the fact
There's
that you
nothing-
can't even
there's nothing
defend,
to
you
deal with.
still now that it's out and open, you can't even call her a scumbag because you got your own problems.
I
So,
wasn't there
but,
when
you
they
know.
made the deal. I don't know what they talked about. And you could run
He
Sam
left.
like FCC ran. You see that FCC's like, oh fuck, Clown's here. Bye. He always runs like a puss. Well, I don't want to be up here with him anywhere else. I'll lose all my friends. So, Sam, you're just mad. You want to attack Ryan because he's the only one live. You're boiling mad, and you think you're gonna come up here and fucking clutch your pearls and hold your hips. Nobody cares what you think, homo.
Clown,
That goes for
can
you
you hear
too.
me?
Jack. Yeah, bye, loser. Hey, Ryan. Thanks for having me up, dude. All right, I guess I'll just go. Everybody suck my big clowny balls.
I'm back. I'm at a gas station.
You're good. My mic stopped working for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever that was, end?
Yeah, everybody left. But I was gonna ask Clown a question. Like, even if he was so totally innocent, why would he perpetuate the situation and make gross jokes? Like, yeah, I did that in the McDonald's. Blah blah blah. That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's all weird stuff going on.
It looks like Will's here.
Beyond Nick.
Oh, I'm here.
Brian, is your window open? It sounds like you got a lot of wind.
Yeah, I hear the wind too. Wait, is
Oh.
Big trying to take my? Is he trying to take my meme? What the fuck?
I don't think he would ever try to take anything from you. You didn't originally create it.
How do you know that?
Well, did you?
Do you know I did or did I? Do you know I didn't?
Well, I'm pretty sure that there's probably a way to search that on the internet to find out that you probably didn't.
So you don't
No, it
know
was him.
100%. So hold on,
It
you
was
don't
him.
know 100%. You were just saying some shit, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'm glad you admitted it.
But anyways, hello, Bick, if that's you. So, Will, what are your thoughts on today's events?
What do you mean? What I did today?
No, nothing about you at all. Just what happened
'cause
today.
I had a good day. It's like,
I don't know anything about you, and I don't care anything to know what goes on in your real
Well,
life.
no,
and
what
that's
happens
the
to me
best way.
happens to you too. What happens to me? It's fall time. I went for a nice walk today. I was kicking around leaves. seeing leaves fall from the trees. It was amazing. And last night we had a full moon. Amazing.
Last night's moon was pretty good.
Pretty good. That was the biggest and brightest moon of the whole year. It was called the Golden Beaver.
It was a pretty good moon, but then it got too high in the sky before I took a picture.
You fucked up. That's the Golden
Yeah, I
Beaver
did.
moon. That's the Golden Beaver moon.
It
That's
was
the Golden
very-
Beaver moon.
Yeah, it was
That's
very
the
low
most-
and big.
That's
But
the biggest and brightest moon of the whole year.
so, are you up here to distract or talk about something?
I thought we were talking about my day.
Well, we just were, but like that's not why nobody said, Leon, come up here and let's talk about your day.
No, I just saw the link and I clicked it.
Hey, Will, don't you think it's kind of interesting and funny how Nonya went live the other day, saying she hadn't been live for 11 days, but 2 or 3 days ago, she was live talking to you and you were saying how Tech's a fake cunt and you were saying how Ryan is so disappointing and everyone is love bombing him. But then weren't you on a panel like yesterday or something where you were literally just love bombing Ryan and doing the same shit after telling people you can't trust him and shit? Kind of
Wait,
interesting, huh?
Did you say, do I think that's interesting and funny?
Yeah,
No,
he
I
was.
think it's interesting and funny.
Well, no, but you asked
Whenever
me
he
if I,
says, "Do you think it's interesting and funny?" He means like,
but that's what he
isn't
said.
it very? Isn't it very? Well, he's from a different country, but isn't it
Well, he
very
said-
curious and
But
like
they speak. Dude,
off-putting?
don't do that, Tech.
Just
Don't do
shut
that,
up.
Tech.
You're
They speak.
fake as
He
fuck.
speaks.
Just shut
He
the
speaks
fuck up.
fucking
You're not
English,
included.
Tech.
I'm talking
It's not
to
like he's
Will,
speaking
okay?
another fucking
Just back
language over
down.
here. He said interesting and funny. That's English. What do you mean? You crazy? I don't think it's interesting and funny. I think I do what I do, and you're trying to connect me over here to Nunya, and you guys do what you do,
Look.
and you guys are hella weird with your gay
No,
shit.
I'm
and
not
you guys
doing
keep
anything.
doing
I'm
your
just...
gay shit, and you guys keep doing your gay shit.
Don't get defensive. Just answer the
How
question
am I
because it's an
defensive?
observation.
You said answer the question. You said, do I think it's interesting and funny? No, I don't.
Mhm.
So what do you mean?
Okay. Well, I mean, you say how you can't trust this guy anymore and shit, but then like the reality is you guys are like in this echo chamber going, oh yeah,
So
she
wait,
hasn't been
so hold
live
on,
for
so
11 days,
hold
but
on. Before you go-
let me finish.
No, I'm
So,
not going to let you finish before you go too before you go too far.
on it. No, you should let
because
Big
there
talk
is
for
a
a second.
timeline.
No, I'm not going to do
because
that.
there's a
I'm not going to listen to
no,
you either.
because there's a
Tech. No, I'm
timeline
not going
of
to listen to you
shit
either.
that
Tech.
happens.
No, but hold on. Before you go there,
Okay.
you were trying to say that is that weird that I'm doing that with Ryan? Dude, am I not allowed to speak to people I can't trust? Am I only allowed to speak to certain people? What do you mean by that? That's weird.
No, you're more than welcome to do that. It's just that it's funny that you call out and then do exactly the same thing, right? So
What do you mean the same
don't
thing?
have an
How do you
issue.
mean? How do you
Well,
figure?
you came in, you were doing the love bombing to him, saying, "Oh, you're a great
How was that
catch.
love
I want to
bombing
do
him? What did I say?
How the fuck isn't it? Like he's taking the route of being a serious catcher, so you focus on that, try to praise him up. That's love bombing.
Was he a serious catcher when all you guys over here were making fun of him and talking shit about his seizures and shit? Was he a serious catcher then or no?
I'm not love bombing him about catching or anything.
I
I'm
never
pretty
love
straight
bombed
up.
nobody, but I'm trying to say, was he a serious catcher then? You said serious catcher. Was he a serious catcher when people on your side were talking shit on him? Was he a serious catcher then?
No, he was a distracted catcher, but now he wants to put more focus on it.
So back then, when he wasn't on your side, he was a distracted catcher. Now that he agrees with you,
do you even know
now
the
that he-
law?
now
Like,
that
do you
he
even
agree-
know how?
now that he-
no,
now
you're
that he-
a dumb
now that
fuck.
he
You only
agrees
know the
with you,
story from
now
Nonya.
that he hold on. Now that he agrees with you, he's a quote unquote serious catcher, right?
No, because
Oh
Ryan's
no,
been
you
around
said
for a
no.
long.
So you said
No,
he was a serious catcher.
no,
now you're saying he's not
just
a
like
serious catcher.
just like I
What are
let
you
you
doing?
speak. I'm
You
saying
can't
no,
even
you're wrong.
You can't
No,
even
well,
speak
let me
right.
finish. No, because Ryan's been around a lot longer than Nonya. You don't actually know that where he's kind of been. He has tend to kind of move away from groups, come back and things. That's who he is, right? And honestly, I've always, I've never said him is a bad person or anything. My comments were generally with his distractions and lack of, it's kind of like what Cam does. He talks about doing all these things, but doesn't actually eventuate to it, When he's focused,
No, I
Ryan's a
don't know.
good guy. Ryan is a good guy and he's moved around, avoided people, come back to people. That's who he is. And I think most people around here, accept that of him. And then also, it's how most of these cunts work, and that's why I stepped away as well, because this whole focus on sides, what does that mean? It means, oh, I'm on this side, so I've got to accept what? Angela is a decent person? Fuck no, she's a piece of shit. Jonathan, fuck no, he's a creepy ass weirdo. You know, this whole side things doesn't work. It's bullshit. And you perpetuate into this whole bullshit, you know, like, and you know what you're doing. You even went to fucking Nonya away and saying, yeah, I was pinning him into a corner. You know exactly what you're doing. And then that's why people around just go, oh,
when did I say pinning him into a corner? When did I say that?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I might have not been the exact words, but you're putting him in a corner so he can answer a question, right?
I never said that. When did I say that?
Oh, you didn't say that, really?
Do you have a clip of it?
Pull
it up. Pull it up.
You know, oh no, I've given up on all that fucking pull up and things because evidence means nothing to you guys.
You don't have a clip of it, right? You don't have a clip of it, correct?
Oh, I could clip it if I want to. I don't have that exact moment clip because look, honestly, here
look, I'm saying clip it right now. Pull it up.
Evidence doesn't mean anything here because, you know, that whole Nonya stream proved it, you know. It's case
if evidence doesn't mean anything, why are you bringing up fake shit?
Well, it's not fake. It's absolutely true. Anyone who
but
is in that panel,
I can
prove it. I do have a copy of that members only members only live that apparently Nonya didn't do 2 or 3 days ago because she hasn't been live for 11 days.
Prove it right now.
That's an absolute horseshit.
Prove it right now.
So you're saying this live didn't happen?
I'm saying, can you prove it right now? That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is, can you prove it right now?
Did happen.
I can prove if I go to a computer, open it up, and then maybe upload it somewhere. But why are you worth that effort? Because all this, you know, like you guys are denying you guys went live post, was it NTF or FCC or whoever, you know, that fucking stream. That's where you completely, you know, talk shit. That live did happen. And for you guys in chat on, you say, oh yeah, she hasn't been live for 11 days. The reason why a lot of this shit with Ryan happened is, right, if I'm not mistaken, some of it's hearsay, so I'll get everyone's opinion on this, but it's like PHI goes live and then, you know, speaks with Cat Reed and says, oh yeah, I turned down a catch with Ryan. And then Ryan goes live and has a response to that. He didn't bring it up. And then PHI goes, oh, you know, Ryan, you know, he's such a whatever, so he goes to the internet, he doesn't come to me. No, the person who put that on the internet was PHI, and Ryan responded. And then on that next live, you know, Nonya goes up onto a PHI panel and then starts talking about Bobby Joe and stuff. And then Bobby Joe responds. And then, you know, Nonya's like, oh, I haven't been live in 11 days. You know, these people have my name in their mind. It's just a fucking stupid gameplay of triggering people and then making them, it's a total fucking bullying, narcissistic behavior. And then this whole thing about doxing FM, when they want to go after Christy doxed FM. But now that they want to go after Bobby Joe doxed FM. It's all fucking stupid, you cunts, with these pathetic little games. Ryan hasn't done anything wrong. He's just sticking up to his opinions and thoughts for the first time in maybe two to 3 years, you know, and good on him, you know. He's not a perfect person, absolutely not. And, you know, but let him be the way he is, you know. You don't have to make him admit or think a certain way, you know. He's just trying to find his way, and I think he's a good dude, you know.
Well, you keep saying you know, but first off, I was trying to make
that's the Australian way of saying
whatever. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that. But I was trying to have you pull up something that said I pushed somebody into a corner willingly, knowingly, and you didn't do that. What you did is you brought up Bobby Joe, you brought up Nonya, you brought up all these other people.
I explained why there's no point to do it.
That have nothing to do with our situation. You just brought up a bunch of nonsense that's not condonant to what we were talking about. You just brought up some random shit. So I don't know why you did that.
All right, Ryan, hey, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Hey, did you hear that Nonya live? Do you know the live I'm talking about?
That live happened 3 days ago. It's on members. It did happen.
Yeah, and like, did you actually hear that live or no?
I
what's
actually
shot here?
did skim through it. I actually did skim through it. Yeah, it was kind of like a
And did you-
psychoanalysis of me. I mean, I hear a lot of crazy things, so I don't really
Yeah,
take it
and did
seriously.
you
But it did
hear
have a pretty
when
good show.
yeah, and did you hear when Nonya and Ian was talking about, when Ian was up there and then, he was trying to, ask you questions and, he did say, and I'm sorry if it's not the exact words, but like, put in a corner, back in a corner or something along those lines to answer a certain question. And that's all I'm saying. And I'm sure there'll be people in the chat
Yeah.
that would have heard it as well, because that live
Something
happened.
to that effect. Something to that effect was said. Yeah, I think it was about like
Yeah.
whether I wouldn't go on their panel or something.
Exactly,
And I
something
said
along those
no
lines,
because
Well, that's
yeah.
not backing into
And
a
it said-
corner. That has nothing
and
to
it
do with
said-
backing into a. That
No, I
has
mean
nothing
you
to do with
said the
backing
word.
into
You
a
said
corner.
the word. Yeah, but you said the word backing into a corner, if I recall.
said-
Like
Exactly.
the word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back
Pull
into
it
the
up.
corner to answer a question. You did
Pull
say
it up.
that. You were trying to make him say something.
What
Look,
was I?
honestly,
What was I? What was
But-
I trying? What was I trying to make him to say?
Look, clearly you spend your time online drunk like Mitch and you don't remember and shit, so there's no real point. Like,
No,
it
but
happened.
you said no.
If
But
you
hold
really
on, hold
want
on,
me
hold on.
to, I'll look for it. I'll look for the clip.
No,
I'll
but-
clip it and I
Hold
can
on. Let's
upload
back
it
up. Let's
for you
back up. Let's
somewhere.
back up. Hold on. Let's back up. You said I was trying to make him say something. What was I trying to make him say?
No,
'Cause
not
you
trying
seem-
to answer a question. Trying to answer. Hey, but Ryan, that's what
But
you were
you
saying
seem to
about
know.
if you would
seem
go
to know
back.
so much more about me than I do. So
Wait,
what was I? What was I
one at a time.
trying? What was I trying to make him answer?
You're trying to say
Well, look.
that I was against Nunya or not? Like that's what you're trying to get at to cause drama when I was
Did I say
on
that?
NGS. All right, you're kind of almost playing like cringe semantics now at this point. So
Well,
it's
no,
like
'cause
obviously
what
it's not in good faith.
You get it right,
I
Ryan.
can,
Like,
I
it's
can, I
pretty
can, I can
stupid.
tell you guys what I
So-
was trying to say. I can tell you
We
guys
can-
what I was trying to say. Y'all seem to not
we can
remember. but-
talk. We can go in circles, but you're not. That's not what happened. So like,
Well,
you're
what
talking
happened
about
was,
like
what happened was, I can tell you. I said, "This is what happened." I asked you, "So Ryan, are you on this side or this side?" Blah blah blah, and you were like, "I'm on no side." I'm like, "Okay, fine, whatever." Blah blah blah, and then we kept talking, and then I'm like, "So hey, Ryan, would you ever talk to Nunya's side again?" And you were like, "No way, I would never do that." Blah 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 blah, and I was like, "Okay, so
Why
you're
didn't-
picking sides, right? You're picking sides at that point."
Well,
so I said
I have a
said
question for
no.
you. At what point did you become interjected after hoax?
What do you mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Well, how the hell did
I'm
you come
cool and
around? Like, you're a
retarded.
hoax friend, and now you're here. So, what happened?
What do you mean? What happened?
Why are you here?
I've been pulling up on Hoax's panels for long before he was ever in this community. So what are you
Okay,
talking
and then to equate this, hoax became friends with Nunya, who then introduced you to around here, and now you're
No.
here and glazing
No,
for
you're-
her at every
See?
chance you get.
See, you're already skipping stuff. You're already skipping stuff because when
Well, then
Hoax first,
tell me the history.
when
We would all
Hoax,
love to know
when
it.
Hoax first came in the community, him and Nunya didn't even get along. So what do you mean? You completely skipped shit.
But now they do.
But now they do. And if you've been around the community, and I haven't been around as long as most of you guys, I mean, you can sleep for fucking 6 months and the whole community changes. Friends that were friends when you left are not friends anymore. The whole thing is switched around. Look at Ryan right now. Shit changes.
Yeah, now
day
you're
to
up
day.
here attacking Ryan. That's exactly the point that you're making. In 6 months, you've gone from one of Ryan's biggest supporters to now attacking him because this is the cool narrative
biggest
that you need to
supporters.
do.
Oh, that's a reach right there. That's a reach. I was always trying to be cool with Ryan. I was always trying to
Why
be
would
cool.
you always try to? Ryan and I have never tried to be cool. Like over the last 3 years,
Why?
now you're just trying to be cool with him.
Well, I think you're kind of gay, so that doesn't surprise me. But Ryan, I've always tried to be cool with Ryan.
Who's up
because
here talking about
hold
their
on.
hair? Like who goes on panels and talking about how beautiful they look? But you're kind of gay,
What do you mean?
bruh. You were so mad that people didn't see your dick pic. I have pretty hair. That was your words.
I've never shared a dick pic. What do you mean?
But you literally said I have pretty hair. I have good hair. I'm not balding by any means.
That has
Who
nothing to do with my
cares?
dick. That has nothing to do with my dick. My hair's on the top of my head. The dick's on my waist.
Well, it was very easy to just one man you real quick. But no, for
I
real.
don't know. I don't
When
know
did
what
you
you're
say
I don't know. I
that
don't know.
you
See,
had
this is like,
very pretty hair and you had
do
good
y'all
hair?
do y'all see what homosexuality does to the brain? That's insane. That's my head. It's on top of my head. It's my hair.
Bruh, you're probably
That's
balding.
kind of
And
going
don't you
off the
get drunk
rails.
with your parents on
All
the
right.
weekend? Sorry,
Ryan, you
Ryan.
got to get this guy out. He's done. He's toasted. I don't know what he's talking about.
No. No, just in general, like whatever this is, it's just going off the rails. It's not
It's
a particular
busted.
person.
It's busted. Get rid of it. It's toast. Okay, so Ryan, can we go back to what we were talking about?
It's kind of it's still kind of old, kind of stupid, but I guess like we're talking about like, I mean, like as if like we're all like actual friends in real life, like but we're on the internet.
We're not friends.
But okay.
We're not friends. I tried to be
It's like
cool
the
with
internet.
you.
It's the internet. Like it's
Exactly.
I mean, yeah.
I tried to
Like,
be cool with you.
You tried to be cool with him, but then at what point did you just give up trying?
Maybe his autism was too much, and I know you don't think you're autistic, Ryan, but goddamn, it's either that or Asperger's for sure. But when I started seeing certain characteristic
You're
traits,
talking shit about a person with a disability? That's crazy, because isn't Mitch in a wheelchair?
I don't know anything about that.
That was a very direct answer, like you just knew something about that.
I don't know anything about that, to be honest with you. And a physical disability is completely different from a mental disability. So I don't know where you're coming up with that connection. You kind of sound like a fucking retard. Maybe you need to get checked out.
Yeah, I probably have some autism too. Maybe
You got
like
some?
everybody
are
on
we
this
calling,
panel has autism.
are we just calling like each other retards now, or are we gonna actually make a
I
point?
admit I'm a retard, but here's the thing with Ryan. I
You
was
sound
always
like,
trying to be.
oh,
I was always trying to be cool with Ryan. We're trying to be cool, but then when I kind of see a switch up in your behavior, I kind of notice some things, and maybe I'm
What switch
wrong.
up?
I mean,
What switch up?
maybe
What switch up?
a switch up where you were on Nunya's side, and then all of a sudden you're like, I want nothing to do with that. And I don't know if it had something to do with the drama, but what you said is you thought you were being manipulated in a certain way by, I don't know if it was Nunya or Nunya, the people around Nunya.
Because multiple people put up the ultimatum about being on NTF's panel, and then didn't Nunya criticize me for having Nick cook up? Yeah, that's literally what happened. What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Because here's the thing. I've been around Nunya's crew for a while. Nobody's ever tried to manipulate me. I could go on NTF's stream. I can go on fucking Missy's. I can go on anybody's stream. Nobody's telling me.
I didn't say I got manipulated. I said that's like if I'm putting an ultimatum, that's in some way trying to get you to do something.
But nobody ever treated me that way, so I just think it's weird. I don't
Not
know.
yet.
I don't see it because it's never happened to me. People let
Not
me do
yet.
whatever I want.
But you're not beside the point. Like you're not understanding. Like if I give you an ultimatum, it doesn't matter even if you like abide by it, whatever. But that's an attempt at manipulation. Even if
What's
you
the
don't.
ultimate?
And the reality of it
do whatever I
is
want.
like Ryan.
What
It
was
was
the- what
always
was the
okay for
ultimatum? What was
Ryan
the
to go on
ultimatum?
panels when you were questioning people, or it was red button Ryan, right? It's only that if you go onto a panel and not cause drama and shit like Eon always does, stir the pot,
Oh,
then
come
it
on,
becomes
bro.
an
You're done.
issue,
You're
you
done.
know?
You're tough. Will always causes drama. I'm crying.
I'm not crying. I'm being quiet. I think I'm
You can't
articulating
tell
that
what
point
you
quite
Aussies are doing. You're fucking weird as shit.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Liz neglects her children and endangers them. And yeah, I mean, yeah, some Aussies are fucking crazy, man. Some people should be chained up, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm just driving, so I don't know what sound that is. If I'm making a sound.
You're not making no sound. You're good.
But yeah, I don't know. I think we went in circles for about an hour, but like I kind of want to start about like how alarming a situation was, and that I'm like completely ties from that situation, and like yeah, I don't know why you denied there was like a live 3 days ago from Nunya, but that was what Vic was asking about. There was a live.
Wait,
And,
are you saying me?
like
Yeah, Nunya
You
went
were
live like
you were
3
there-
or 4 days ago for
you were
Eon
there
to speak
on
his
the
piece.
live? Yeah, you were
No,
on the
but
live.
I never denied there wasn't a live. Nunya might have
You
done
did
it. I
deny.
didn't do.
No, You denied. Yeah, you denied there was a live. You did.
No, I didn't.
You denied it to me. You did.
You
Dude,
literally-
I've been in
Bro, what is
lives.
this?
What do you mean?
What
I've been
is
in
this?
lives like every day the past few days. What do you mean? Why would I deny that?
You just did. You said there was no live 3 days ago, and you asked Beck for proof.
No, I asked him
There
for
was a
proof to
live
show
3 days
me.
ago.
I asked him to show me proof of what I said. I didn't say there wasn't a live. You lying right now.
No, you denied there was a live. Did
Okay.
you not deny there
All right.
was a live?
Can you rewind it and show it? Can you rewind it and show it?
No, we're live right now. You can rewind and go watch it, you stupid retard.
Okay, I am retarded, but I'm going to say, no, I denied what you guys tried to say I said. I didn't deny that there
See,
wasn't
I
a
reckon
live.
Mitch is really autistic, but you act autistic. You know, there's a difference.
Maybe you might be right, but how am I going to deny a live when I've been in lives every single
Well,
night?
Nonya denies it
here.
too. You know.
Let's
You
just
too.
get down to the basics. Are you
Hey,
familiar
but,
with the live of...
sorry, just quickly, Ryan, thanks for letting me up, but this is just kind of pointless. I'll try
Yeah.
and come up another time. I did want to chat with you, so you
Yeah,
have a good
be
one.
gone,
Take
bitch.
care.
I agree. Yeah,
Take care, Beck.
thank you.
But, Will, are you trying to say that there was never a live that was letting whatever it was titled speak his piece? You weren't there for that one?
No, I was there. I've been on lives there, and then there's been like private lives too. There's been a bunch of lives. What do you guys mean?
You get invited to private lives?
Yes, I know you do too, unless you're not that cool.
No,
but
no, I've never gotten an invite to any private live. Not once.
So, I guess you need to step up your game. But yeah, I've been in lives every single night for the past like 4 or 5 nights. Yeah, for sure. Maybe not talking like we're talking now, but I've been in lives and I've been talking in some of them too.
Well, on that panel, because I didn't watch it, or letting you speak your piece, did you go up on live on that one, or did you just type in chat?
I don't know exactly which one you're talking about. I was
It
on
was
one.
Nunya,
I was
like,
on. I was
letting-
on. I was on one with Nunya, and then I was on one with NTF and Ryan and this and that. And then I tried to get on the next one with NTF, but she wouldn't let me up.
I think this was before that. Like, it was called, like, letting you, like, whatever the title
It was
was,
right
speak
after.
your piece.
Yeah, that's the one where you guys are trying to say that I said something about putting Ryan into a corner, which I don't think ever happened, but it's whatever. But yeah, I was on that one.
Well,
and then
I
was
didn't
on
watch it. I just got a
and
notification,
then I
so
was
I
on
couldn't even say.
and then I was on NTFs in a day or two, and then I was trying to get on NTFs the next day, but she wouldn't let me. Like, I don't understand why you guys think I'm not admitting to the lives I go on. Like, I'm saying the lives I've been on.
But
Yeah,
like,
we're
you're
on a
saying that
circle.
you've been going on lives for, we'll say 6 months, approximately, right?
Wait, I've been going on lives for 6 months?
Yeah, like with Nunez and around here. Yeah.
No, I've been going on lives for years.
No, like before Hoax and everything.
Yeah, I've been going on lives with Hoax for a long time now.
I'm not talking about Hoax, dude. I'm talking about like
You just said
you've been
Hoax.
going on. I'm talking about Nunya. When did you start going on Nunya's panels? Like about 6 months ago, approximately.
I don't know. I thought it was longer than that, but you might be right. I don't
It
know.
might be 8 months, but it's less than a year. And then you're claiming you know the entire history better than Ryan does, which is crazy because Ryan should know more history than you do.
I've never claimed to know the entire history more than Ryan.
But
You're
you're up
putting words
here
in my mouth.
defending
Why are
her.
you lying?
You're up here defending Nunya to the T.
No, but you just said that I said that I knew more history than Ryan. I've never
No,
said
I didn't say that you say that you know more history than Ryan. You act like you do, but you don't.
What do you mean act like? That's you putting your own feelings into the shit that I say. That's your hang up. That's not my hang up. That's your hang up.
Well, my think is that you know, or you think that you know, more than anybody else, and you've been around here for a very short time.
But have I ever claimed that? I don't understand where you're getting that from.
Why would you have to claim it whenever your words and actions just kind of state that?
What words and actions have I stated or done that have made me claim that I know more about than Ryan or other
You
people?
would step in front of a bullet for her, and they could just shoot around you because
I
you're a
would
skinny
not.
dude and she's a
I
fat
would not.
bitch.
I would let that bitch get shot. What do you mean?
Well, that's
See,
crazy.
you're putting words in my mouth. You don't know anything about me. You're just projecting shit onto me. I would let none of you get shot right now. I would not jump in front of that bitch. What do you mean? I wouldn't jump in front
You
of a
would let
bullet
your
for
friend
no one
get
except for
shot?
family.
Why would you
Except for
let your friend
family,
get shot?
because they're not my family. And I don't know her. I've never met her. I know nothing about her like that. We're not on a personal level. I got friends IRL that I know more than her, and I wouldn't jump in front of a bullet for them. I would jump in front of a bullet for people in my family. Maybe I would have to think about it. I'd be like, oh shit, this person's about to get shot. Like, what do you mean? Like, that's crazy to say that thing. That's like a crazy comment,
There's
dude.
never a moment that you can just decide to step in front of a bullet. You either have to make
For
the
someone that
decision.
you know on the internet.
You're defending this person that you think you know on the internet.
But you're talking
the
about a
T.
bullet. You're talking about a bullet.
Yes, absolutely. I'm talking about a bullet. It's definitely not a
So that's
hypothetical situation.
Well, that's insane. You're insane.
I'm talking about a hypothetical situation, and you are
Yeah, you're
taking it.
saying, would I die for Nunya? No, I would not die for Nunya. No.
Did 50 Cent die when he got shot 9 times, or is he still making music?
Nigga, I'm not 50 Cent. You don't know where that bullet's
Bro,
gonna
I'm not
hit.
black. Don't call me that word. No, I am not black. No, I absolutely
take the fucking
no.
bullet. What do you mean?
You better recorrect yourself because that's not me.
You sound insane, bro.
I sound insane. You just said, would I die for this person? And I said, would you take a bullet for this person?
Bro, you don't know where the bullet's going. What do you mean? You don't even know if it's a hollow
you
point or
can't
not. You don't
step
even
in
know.
front of a
You don't even know the caliber of bullet it is. What if it's a 50 cal? You're done. It doesn't matter if it hits you in the side.
Who has
your
a
whole
50
side
cal? No,
blasted.
no.
What are you talking about?
Who has a 50 cal on hand? That's like $3,500 per rifle. That's crazy. Who would waste $50 on a bullet just to shoot somebody?
Per rifle, he just said. He doesn't even know there's fucking something called a Desert Eagle. This guy. What is he talking about? He doesn't even know what he's talking about.
50 cal. I was assuming a Barrett 50 cal, not.
No, you don't know what you're talking about. There is a gun that's a handheld gun that shoots a 50 cal, brother.
Nunya argued until the point you guys, the Hoax Wars and your crew, figured out she was a grifter, and then you guys basically went to war for Nunya, and have ever since.
I've never gone to war once.
That she's a grifter.
I've never been to war.
I'm gonna defer to you for a second because I'm gonna pack a bong. Take care. I'm not gonna leave though.
You need to get your head straight, bro. Tag team.
Yeah, you're right. That's why I'm gonna pack a bong.
Tag team. Ryan, you need to get this shit.
I'm gonna let her go and just ask you questions. I'm not gonna talk to you at all. Okay? I'm gonna pack a bong here in a second.
I'm just hoping whatever this is.
Put that on God.
And now that everyone's found out she's a grifter, which in my opinion it's criminal because she actually lies about the purpose for it. And you all are up here, you got a 288A up here that you also get on panel with, Will, and he's defending her. Like, what is it any of your business? She's grifting an entire community. And it seems like as soon as you guys found out she's a grifter, you went to war for her, and you and the Hoax Wars crew. And I don't care if you say you're with them or not, you're in their chat room every single time and up on their panel, and you follow suit. You have to be like the little boy that if Top Feed Coco doesn't like someone, you can't like him. If Mitch doesn't like someone, you can't like him. And you battle for him. Just like you did up on NTFs, you played nice with Ryan, and then you went running over to Nunya's, bragging and laughing about how you were playing Ryan and trying to get him in the corner and all this stuff. Yeah.
Again with the corner stuff.
Then you say you're his good friend and he's your boy and you got his back.
I didn't say he's my boy. I never said he's my boy. Pull it up. Why you guys keep saying shit, but you can't pull nothing up? I don't understand that. Pull it up. I said he's my boy. Pull it up.
Will, We
No, I'm
have
saying,
flat out
Blazing. I'm
known
saying you said no, no. Hold on.
and
I'm
you
saying
guys
you said.
do
Hold on.
not
Hold on.
care.
Hold on.
You
Hold on.
just
I'm saying. Hold on.
and
I'm
you have
saying.
said
Hold on.
several
Hold on.
times, and yeah, you want to argue over the boy. You're such
No,
a
because you
troll.
lie. Because you
You're a
people
troll.
lie. You guys say
You're a
stuff
worthless
that isn't
troll,
true. That
and you
isn't
treat
true. You
people like
can't have.
crap.
You have.
So
You
Ryan
have
did nothing
zero.
but
You
nice
have
to
zero
you.
receipts. You have zero receipts. You just say
Um,
stuff and then you
Ryan
put
real,
it into the
real
narrative.
quick,
Do you
can I
remember?
interject?
Playing him for
No,
Nunya.
you can't interject. Hold on, really
Yeah,
quick.
no, you
Blazing,
shut your mouth.
Blazing,
So remember
Blazing. No,
whenever
I'm not.
Nunya
That's
said
never
that
gonna
I
happen. I'm never
doxed
gonna shut my mouth.
TBS,
Blazing,
and then
Blazing,
she sent me
Blazing,
his picture?
Blazing, Blazing. Do you
No,
remember?
you
Blazing.
shut your mouth. You
No,
close
Blazing.
your
I'm not
mouth
gonna
right
do that.
now.
Blazing,
Blah, blah,
Blazing.
blah.
Do you
No,
remember
you're
the
not
day
going to
that
get a
you
chance
guys?
to
No,
talk.
it's not gonna
You're
happen.
not going
Tech,
to get
you're
a
not
chance.
that
I'm
guy.
just going to keep
You're
talking
actually
over
not
to
that
you
guy. You're not
until
that
you
guy.
listen to me.
You're not that
Nope,
guy.
I'm
You're
not
not
that
that guy.
guy, but I'm
You're
just
not
going to
that
keep
guy.
calling a
It's
Jeff
not gonna
over you.
happen. It's
Yeah,
not
we're
gonna
just
happen.
going to keep
It's not
looping.
gonna.
Yep,
Yeah,
we're
we're gonna
just
keep
going to keep
going until
looping.
Ryan shuts this down. We're gonna keep talking over each other until Ryan
Why
shuts
would
this down.
Ryan shut this
Yeah,
down? Ryan could just
because
remove both
I'm
of
not
us.
gonna let you talk over me. It's not gonna. I'm
But
telling you
you
right now,
talk
it's
over
not gonna happen. This
everybody.
is not
You
gonna happen.
never
I'm
shut
telling you.
the
I'm
fuck up
trying
for
to.
a second in your life.
No, 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 no.
Ask
You're
Gomez
not that
about
guy,
it.
Tech.
Gomez.
You're gay.
I'm
First
not
off,
I'm
you're
not that
gay.
guy of what? I'm not that guy to
You're not
talk
that
over you
guy
because
that
I'm
you're
doing it
gonna
right
get
now.
one on me. You're not gonna
If you'd
get one
like to
on me.
have
You're
a
not gonna get
serious
two on me. You're not
conversation,
gonna get
Not-
three on me. You're not
have
gonna get
a
nothing on me.
He's
It's
just
not gonna happen.
I'm not trying to get
trolling.
anything on
You're
you,
not
you
gonna.
weirdo.
It's not gonna happen. I'm trying to let you know it's not gonna happen.
But I'm not trying to get anything on you. I'm trying to
It
ask you
doesn't
a
matter. It's
question.
not gonna happen. You should shut
But
your mouth.
why don't you
No,
want to
you
hear
should
this
shut.
very
You
important question
should.
I want to ask you?
Blazin and I were having a conversation. You interrupted
No,
like a
you
rude
were
person.
literally just cutting Blazing off like
While you're packing your bowl, you interrupted like a rude person.
you
You should go
just
sit in the corner.
interrupted
You
Blazing
should
a
go sit
minute
in the
and
corner.
22
You
seconds
should go sit
ago.
in the
You
corner
cut
while
her off while
Blazin
she was
and I
talking to you.
finish our conversation, and then you can come back after. Okay?
But you should
Trolling
probably
No,
like
no, no,
let
no,
her
no, no,
finish
no, no,
before
no,
you cut
no,
her
no.
off.
The corner's right over there. You go
I
sit in
yield
your
to
No,
corner.
Tech.
bro,
I
You
yield to
go.
Tech, Will.
You go smoke
you
your bowl in the
should
corner.
probably let her
You
speak,
go smoke
and
your.
then you can
You go
respond
smoke.
to her before you cut
No.
her off.
You go
No,
smoke your bowl in the
no,
corner.
you're not
Blazin
willing
and
to
I were
do
having a
that.
Shut the
conversation.
fuck up. All he is. One
Blazin and
at
I were having a
a time.
Blazin and I were having a conversation. We're gonna talk. You go smoke your bowl in the corner, and then you come back after you're high. It's fine.
I'm right here, right now. But go ahead, because you literally just cut Blazing off while she was talking. Was
Okay,
my
go ahead,
point.
Blazin. Go ahead, Blazin. All right, you happy, Tech? Go ahead, Blazin.
Well, Cat Eyes just came up on the panel. Let's see what she's got to say.
I came up to shut
She
them
just
up,
came up
Blaze.
here to tell all of us to shut the fuck up and
Listen
talk
to Tech.
one
He
at a
can't even
time.
let a woman speak. This is crazy. He's cutting off Cat Eyes now.
Bruh,
No,
bro,
he
I
won't.
just
He
heard what
won't
she was
cut
saying. She
me
said
off. He
Let's
knows
talk
that.
one
Go
at a
ahead,
time.
Blazing.
Let's play Cat Eyes.
Go ahead,
Let
Blazing.
Cat Eyes speak. Sure.
Will is just using a trolling technique to talk over, and it's a deflection technique. And I think this is serious business. I mean, this has been like pretty obvious. This has been going down with Nunya, and and now that the receipts are out there, and we're trying to have some accountability or something, it's getting deflected onto Ed. It's getting deflected onto everything else, and that's not the issue.
Exactly.
I mean, we all just found out. Actually, I haven't even watched the whole stream yet, and it's getting deflected upon big time. Look at the amount of money that she is out here scheming off of folks with lies, you guys.
So can I respond or no?
Who is okay with that? Because Clown Force obviously was up here in support of it.
So can I respond yet or no?
Go ahead.
So you said first off, I'm trolling, right? So let me ask you really quick. Were you trolling when the night you said one night you were like, Will, I like you. The very next day you were saying, Will's a creep. And you were following the same patterns that Jilly was saying. Will's a creep.
Stop right
And then,
there.
hold on. I'm not done talking. You said I could talk. 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 Let me finish.
What I said.
Let me
me
finish, Blazing. Let me finish. So you said you liked me. The next day you said Will's a creep. The same exact narrative that Jilly was speaking. When 2 weeks before that, Jilly was in my DM saying, hey, baby, right? So you guys seem to be trolling in a certain sense where you're lying. My next question is, Blazin, have you ever been a grifter? And in fact, have you ever been a liar? Have you ever lied on the internet? Have you ever grifted on the internet?
Okay, notice, folks, this is 101 troll. He did not.
How is this a 101 troll? I'm asking you questions. I'm saying
he deflected completely, and did topic.
No. This
And
is
then-
reality, actually.
and
This is
then
actually
ask
reality. This
questions
is something
and
I would do
then-
outside the internet, where I would say, you're pointing fingers at somebody going, grifter, grifter, grifter. And I'm asking you, have you ever grifted? Have you ever lied? So it's interesting that you point fingers over here when you should be looking at yourself, first off.
Mm-hmm. Not playing your little game. Answer.
Because you know
What I
you're going to
said.
fail at the game. You can't play the games because you're going to fail at the game.
Your whole crew went to battle for Nunya after you
Who,
found out.
who do you go to battle for right now? Jilly?
Your whole crew went to battle.
Who do you
Why was that,
go to
Will?
battle
Why
for right
did you
now?
need someone for money?
But hold on. You say my whole crew. Who are you going to battle for?
You can't expect someone who's not serious to answer a question. I
But
guess.
you're not serious. You're not answering my questions. I'm saying, who are you going to battle for right now? Jilly? You and Jilly seem to be tied as shit. She just tried to ruin a marriage. And you're trying to be all holy and mighty. You're trying to be holy and mighty on the
I have no
internet.
problem
You're
answering
trying to
every
you're
single
trying to
thing
act
you
like
ask me.
you do
Flat out.
nothing. You do nothing